Hello all. We are going to be hopping on Minecraft. We will watch and wait to see if we can... Now, the plan was to kick off the new thing, but I don't know much, so I don't know. We ain't got anyone here yet, so it doesn't really matter much. Here, I'll... sending it out on Discord. It's a bit laggy. Hello. Good to see you. You're probably going to be the only one here today. Chat is there, and it probably won't stay there. Let's see. No, it might. Because I have... Should stay there, actually. Should stay there. Since... I've done it properly. Let's see if I can make sure it's going to record Minecraft. Okay. Should show up. Yeah, there it is. Might want to put me somewhere else. It only says 2 viewers for me, actually. No, I think being right there is perfect, actually. Yeah, for the first... So, yeah, this stream is mainly for the purpose of showing off my redstone contraption. Where this way is the front. Is it a bit laggy for you guys? A bit laggy. Is that something I can fix? Oh, it does. Haven't used Minecraft on live stream before, so it might be worth it to turn down the settings. Looks much better though. Plus this machine is, you know, somewhat big. So, try to improve it. Video settings, performance. Smooth FPS is on, so... Yeah, not quite sure why. Anyway, here's my business suit skin that I made. Yeah, it would be a bit better. The thing is, I have to look at the stream thing over there to tell what the lag is like, because for me it's running just fine. But yeah, I'm quite happy with my business suit skin. I've recorded all the pieces of a video on this already, so we will see. Yeah, there is quite a bit of delay, so I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why it's laggy, or what I can do about it. So I might as well just do some last checks over the machine to make sure that this save, since I've been doing backups, no, this save is not in fact completed. Okay, then that's fine. So I need to do those two things. Let's see. The only other thing I can think of that needed doing was making sure that hopper was there. And so, yeah, it's hard to tell when the chat. I'm gonna minimize that so that I look over here. Hey, we're up to 3 viewers. That's nice. So basically, this machine, it's gonna be hard for me to tell anything about chat, but this machine, in World War II, the Germans used an encryption device called an Enigma Machine that Alan Turing decoded sometime before 1950, I think. This is an Enigma machine built in Minecraft. You can tell because, okay, so you can't really tell, but trust me when I say it's cool. So, I guess I should walk you guys through how it works. So, where do I even start? I should start with how the Enigma machine works. So, with the Enigma machine, you put the letter in, it goes through a rotor which randomizes it to a bunch of different outputs. So it goes to the first rotor, then it goes through the second rotor, so you put it in so you know what it is here. Then after the first one, it can basically be any other letter of the alphabet. Then it does that again, so any letter can be any letter again, and then again, and then it goes through the reflector, which allows it to decode by saying, okay, well, these three can be anything, but this one, if you put in a C, you'll always get out an X. And then it sends them back through the reflectors, not the reflectors, back through the rotors, and it goes boom. Now then, chat hasn't done anything for a while. I'm gonna reopen my thing to make sure. No, it doesn't look like there's anything wrong. So maybe they're just listening. Chat, tell me if you can still hear me. If the stream's broken or not. Either way, that's a very simple explanation of this machine. So, if I put in A, for example, A would go through this system, which is basically there to make sure, oh, we can hear and quality has improved. That's good, good, good. I'm glad nothing's wrong. Nothing being wrong makes my life easy. So basically, all of this part up here, this gray, blue, pink, and other blue mess, this is basically just a counter of sorts to tell the machine which rotor to use. And the rotors are these things here, these systems. I'll show you the other ones real quick. This is the second rotor, and this is the third rotor. That system up there tells the system which one to use. And it does that by, first, when the very first time you put a letter through, it blinks through the chest from this into this hopper too quickly for anything up here to happen. But once it's in the hopper, it stays there long enough for this to get a pulse through to this T flip-flop, which will then basically send an output to this piston, which is just a normal piston. And I personally call them a T1 piston. I call them that on the things to reset board. I call it a T1 piston. because it's kind of like a T flip-flop, you know, because it goes from 0 to 1, but unlike a T flip-flop, it doesn't go back again, so it's just T1 because it has one output. So the T flip-flop activates this T1 piston, which leaves this redstone block here, which unlocks this hopper by turning off this torch. It turns on this torch, which locks this hopper. Why can't it be sticky piston? Because then every time you put an item through, it would pull it back again. And I don't want it to be pulled back again. I want it to go back when I tell it to, but not every time. A sticky piston would go 1, 2, 1, 2, and I just want this to go 1. That's why it can't be a sticky piston. So, yeah, this is a lot of complex machinery anyway. So basically this torch turns on, locking this hopper, making the item in here stay in long enough for a pulse to get through to this dispenser, right? No, dropper, with 3 swords in it. And then this chest is important because when you put an item through there, it puts one of the swords into the chest, and if there's no swords in here, it goes to the first rotor. 1 sword, it goes to the second. 2 swords, it goes into the third. Now, any questions so far? I should probably ask. Are there any questions so far? I'm moving quickly because I'm excited. I'll wait a moment so that you guys can, you know, get past the delay. Oh, but then you'll have to wait through me waiting, so... Okay, what's your question? Go for it. The stream will maybe end when I'm done explaining. See, I'm hoping to get the skyblock. I'm hoping to get the skyblock started, but I don't think that's going to happen because, like the stream notification said, I only have until 7 o'clock to do this stream. I should be looking up there. So I only have 7 o'clock to do until 7 o'clock to do this stream, so I'm mostly wanting to explain this, and I'm still looking over there. I don't have it is pretty big. I've been working on this kind of on and off since last October, and it's done basically today. Yes, I know you want skyblock, Ryan, is the thing. It'll probably be another stream or another YouTube video, we'll see. But for now, it's more Enigma Machine. Continues. That's true. If I finish quickly, we can install the mod. Basically, if there is nothing, these things do nothing. If there's 1, then these comparators will allow this line to turn off, which will let this torch turn on. Wait, hold on. Yeah, so wait, hold on, I've confused myself. Does this not work? Wait, no, I'm just confusing myself. See, look, bam, when there's 1, this torch turns off, this torch here turns on, and it goes to the second rotor. You can tell because it has the second rotor thing. I was just confusing myself for no reason. It's been a while since I built this circuit, so I got confused. So basically, there's 1 in here, which means that if there's... So yeah, what comparators do is they will this outputs a signal strength of 1 with the repeater, means it goes all the way here with no problem. But if there is, say, a signal of 1 going into the side, then it continues outputting just fine. But if there's a signal output of 2, then it turns off, and it won't work. That's why I built that. And then if there's obviously more than 1, it goes to this one, turning it to rotor 3. Sorry I spent too long on that. Like I said, I'm real excited about this machine. Over here is mostly just item filters and things. All these yellow ones are item filters. And I've also made a smart little system so that if it is the first rotor going through, it will end up in which one? This hopper here. If it is the second rotor going through, it will end up in this hopper right here. And if it is the third one, it will end up in this chest. So that it's the same on all of these. I had a bunch of redstone mines here to start, but it was not maybe the best. I should have used observers perhaps, but I used observers on the other two, and yeah. Do I get to see it? Sending an actual message would probably, unless it's like hi, it would take more time than we have here. But I will show you guys it in action. I've just been explaining it so far because there's so many cool little circuits like this over here. When the first time a letter gets to rotor 3, it tells the system, okay, send a pulse through here. Okay, well, I can't go further than this one because this block isn't here yet. So we will go this way. Oh, well, that pushes the block ahead. And we'll go this way, which, oh, it can't go through here because the block's not there, but what do you know? A little bit later, after the pulse here is over, this block gets pushed. So the first time an item goes through there, this block moves over and this block moves over. But the second time, this block also moves over and the pulse is long enough for it to go through. So yeah, sorry that anyone have a recommendation for a letter that we send into the system? Any of these? By the way, the letters are red stained glass because that's what I decided in October. W, okay. Just gotta find it. Now, this may not work because this was a backup and I don't know if the backup has all the tweaks I've made. So basically, throw W in there. I have this lamp on so that I keep looking over there because chat is over there and I'm talking to chat. So I'm gonna, okay, no other way. Oh, that ain't great. That's better. Tilt it up, perhaps? Okay. Sorry about this. There we go. So, the thing is, not quite. I'll ignore it. Camera's where it is. I'm not moving it again. We have limited time as it is. 20 minutes left. Okay. So, anyway, I put this lamp here to tell me when the next letter is ready because I don't trust it enough. I don't trust the system enough to go automatically. So when I press this button, it allows the letter to go through. Since we put in a W, it'll take a while, but let's see. Z, Y, X, W. Eventually, this lamp here, it should be, turns on. Right? Maybe. Maybe. Either way, one of these two lamps down here will turn on. Oh yeah, I was right, this one. And then we can also just take that out because it's gonna leave the lamp on if we don't. So that means that the one attached to W has been sent through and it should be reaching up. There it is. And so W turned into X. Then we let it go through again and you can tell that, look, it's going through the second rotor now. that block stays there. Second rotor. And X is also down here, so this light here should turn on. Any minute now. There it is. So, that means in rotor 2 now, we can take out this X and put it back where it goes in rotor 1. Let's see. This X goes there. So in rotor 2, the same thing has happened. So yeah, see, look right there. The next letter. I could have done something with heads for the letters, but that's no thanks. So the X from rotor 1 became an R in rotor 2. So we let this go through, and then once it's gone into its rotor 3 position, which should be somewhere around here, since those are the last 6, and here, I'm thinking. Right down there. Right, so we can take this and put it back in rotor 2 in the X position. And you can hear it working. Maybe you can't actually. I could get the Minecraft. Doesn't matter. I'm not using Minecraft heads for this. I used red stained glass, and that's what we get. Oh, the next one's letters. The next letter is ready. It's Y. You might think, oh, that means that in rotor 3 the R became a Y. And I could have done banners, but listen, I'm not doing banners and I'm not doing heads. I'm doing exactly what I did with the red stained glass. I'm not tolerating any more criticism. No, I'm joking, it's not criticism. So, anyway, because you keep distracting me, I lost my train of thought. So you might think, oh, this Y came from that rotor, right? Wrong, it came from this machine, this reflector. It's basically like a rotor, but it doesn't turn. And you can tell that an item went through it because, look, it won't allow it to go up anymore, it has to go this way. I set it to do that because I'm cool. So basically, that means that the W is where we started. I'm like, hold on, where'd that come from? So then, let's see, what letter is it in there? That's Y. Y is B, isn't it? No. Yes, it is. So, that Y came from this hopper. Which means then, that the letter from the third rotor is B. Which is mapped to R. So then, NOPQR. See? Which means now, I don't understand the purpose of the machine. It is to encode messages and letters. So basically, I do not need this machine at all. This machine is completely and totally useless. I mean, it has a use. It completes what it's supposed to do, but I do not have a practical use for it. I have a fun use for it, which is sending letters through to show people that what I made works, but I do not have a practical use for it. And when I upload the video about it, it's going to be the first vanilla redstone Enigma machine on YouTube. Isn't that cool? Let's see. That should have gone to rotor 3 again, that letter Y. And, right? And so the letter Y goes wait. Yeah, the letter that was in Y got sent through. Which means that this one is on, yes. And this Y is from the reflector. Okay, that's funny, Rat Cat. The Y goes back in the reflector. And then over here, that Y turned into an O. Where is that from? Have I forgotten any? No, I haven't. So yeah, that Y will turn into an O, which is somewhere around here. Should be in rotor 2 again now, by the way, because it sends it backwards through the rotors. Okay, so that means the O is here. And this O is from the Y in rotor 2, isn't it? No, it isn't. Is it from... Isn't this from a Y, though? Yeah. It is, in fact, but that's mostly for the reset. And it's... 80%... 80% is a lot of things you're overestimating by a lot there, Rat Cat. You're overestimating by a lot. 80%. A very secure... Yeah, it is a very secure encryption machine. It was very difficult to break, and one of the reasons it was broken was because in that machine you couldn't route letters to itself. But in this one you can, so it's even more secure than the real world one. Maybe not by a whole ton, but still. Okay, what letter is it now? F. Yeah. Okay, so. Yeah. Lost my train of thought again. I'm just excited about this machine by a lot. And I, like, 80%. No, not 80%. So this F is from rotor 2O, am I right? Or am I wrong? LMNO. Yes, that F is from rotor 2O. Hey, that is a pretty secure code name. Send it through my encryption. Okay, so A, B, C, D, E, F. Oh, F. Okay, so this F goes back to rotor 2O, L, M, N, O, to F. And then, soon enough, our output, yeah, S. So W became S. See? It works. Now, theoretically, if we... Well, first if we cycle this rotor all the way back around to 1, because I don't have an easy way to... Yeah. So, as I was saying, W became S. It might seem like, oh, you could have just done that easier. No, I couldn't. This... I don't know how to properly explain how cool this is. So, basically, if I wanted to turn this S back into a W, all I'd have to do, and I say all I have to do, but it would take some time, is press that button until this light ticks all the way up, back down to there. So, yeah. It's 6:50, so we don't have enough time to send the S back into a W. But it's yeah, I don't know what to say. It's just so cool. Where'd this S come from? It would be from rotor 1F, wouldn't it? A, B, C, D, E, F. It is, in fact. Wait. A, B, C, D, E. A, B, C, D, E, F. I don't know. Either way. I don't think there's anything wrong. There might be, but either way, we went from W to S. And it's so cool. I honestly don't know how to express to you guys how cool this is. How cool this is. Because I have Optifine and I can zoom in. Look at it. Like, actually. And to reset it, it's not 100% as simple as it could be. You just go through some things, making sure all the stuff is back at where it should be. Because there are a few things that I don't really have a system to replace, but this here I have something to put all those pistons back. Other than that, oh, up here, how do I? Right, to fix this, oh, right, it's this button here. I forgot because it's been a little while. And by a little while, I mean it was earlier today that I built this piece. So that's probably gonna have to be real close to the end of the stream, sadly. What time is it? 6:53, yeah. So another time we'll have to do Skyblock. It's just I had to show this. I know I was doing a YouTube video on it anyway, but I will talk about this any chance I get. Need to find me someone who will listen to this for hours on end. 'Cause, man, I could talk about this for that long. Oh, I forgot to mention the book. So you see all these are colored and stuff, and it's like, oh, what do the colors mean? Well, I wrote it down. It basically, do live streams get recorded? Yes and no. Yes, they are saved for some time. I think it's like a week and a half-ish. And if while they're saved on Twitch, I can download them. So, yeah. I don't really have much else to say, so thanks guys for watching my stream, paying attention to me ramble about my Enigma machine. Just like screenshot there. Yeah. Screenshot. That, oh, there. And so yeah, I might just upload this VOD to YouTube instead of the video I was planning on making, because this is slightly better. VOD is just live stream replay. So yeah. I just don't know how to tell you guys how cool this is. So yeah, I guess that's the end of the stream. And I will be clicking the end stream button.